Welcome to howtocookthat.net. Today we are making chocolate macaroons with white chocolate ginger ganache filling. For a printable copy of the recipes with quantities, simply go to the website howtocookthat.net. To start with, you need to put your egg whites and your sugar in a mixing bowl. Okay, next we're going to get almond meal, cocoa powder and our icing sugar. It's already been sifted once. We're going to sift it again. Straight into the bowl all at once is fine. After you've sifted it, any little extra bits like that, just get rid of them. Now we're going to fold it in. It's going to take about approximately 50 folds, so you can count as you go so you know roughly. It will probably take you a few different practices to get it just right. If you undermix it, it's going to look a little lumpy on top rather than smooth. If you overmix it, they're going to be a bit flat and you probably won't have that little foot. Okay, let's have a look at that. If we put some on top, does it fall back in? Not quite, it's just sitting there. So let's give it a few more folds. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Put some on top and see, does it fall back in? It is now slowly starting to fall back in, so we're nearly there. I'm going to give it 5 more. 5. Now if we put some on top, it's really starting to slowly spread out, which is what we want. So I'm going to put that in the piping bag. Pipe them onto some non-stick baking paper on a tray, then bang your tray firmly on the bench 3 times, turn the tray round, give it another few bangs on the bench. The purpose for this is to get out any large air bubbles which will cause them to crack when they bake. Then bake them in the oven at 150 degrees centigrade for about 20 minutes. If they're not quite ready, then move them down to the bottom shelf after that, just to let them crisp up on the bottom. To make your ginger ganache, we're going to take 200 grams of your white chocolate melts, 70 grams of cream, and I've got 25 grams here of grated fresh ginger. You can use less if you want, but I like quite an intense ginger flavour. Just place that in with your cream and stir it around. Then what we're going to do is heat this cream and then we're going to leave it to sit for 15 minutes. So just bring it to the bowl, then take it off the heat, leave it to sit for 15 minutes to let that ginger flavour really infuse through. Next you want to bring your cream back up to the boil again and then pour it over the chocolate, passing it through the sieve. Using the back of the spoon, just push on your ginger so that you get the maximum amount of juice and flavour out of that ginger and into your ganache. What you should be left with is a dry amount of the ginger. Make sure that all of your chocolate is covered by the warm cream. Just push it down. Leave that to sit for about 30 seconds and then stir it through. If you've still got lumps of white chocolate that are not melted, fill your bowl. If it feels warm enough, then just leave it to sit and they should melt up. If it's not quite warm enough and they're not going to melt, then you might want to microwave it for 20 seconds and then stir it until they're melted in. And there you have a nice smooth ganache. What we're going to do is now leave that at room temperature to firm up. If you're in a hurry, you could put it in a Ziploc bag, flatten it out and put it in the fridge and it will cool down nice and fast. You can add some colour if you like. I've added a little bit of green here and then put it in a Ziploc bag just with the corner cut off and then do a circle just inside from the edge and around into the middle and put them together. It helps if you pair your macaroon shells before you start piping so you can get the ones that are the same size matched together so they go together nicely. Don't forget to subscribe or click on the link to see the other videos on this channel. Enjoy.